Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Do you remember Nandi MP, former Nandi MP, Alfred Keter? And after the restructure, immediately William Ruto formed government. We saw a lot of people being taken, even people from the Rift, who are some of his critics being taken, given government positions. And today I had a very exclusive talk with quite a number of our subscribers from Nandi, and I've just realized I quite have a number, yes, from Nandi, yes, quite a number. And the big question that many are asking is that why is it that abruptly two counties, Nandi and Kericho, are emerging as the centers, as the two counties where some revolt is building? And I spoke to a gentleman who is coming from Nandi Hills, the constituency. So the MP is, the former MP was his, Alfred was his MP. And opening a lead on what exactly is happening on ground. But I'll try, I'll get some time and make a trip to Nandi. Yeah, before the end of this year, I must go to Nandi. Yes. There are a lot of problems there. If you look at Nandi, let's start with Nandi. Cherargei, who wants to unseat Governor Sang, is not meeting eye to eye with the governor. And the senator is on record skinning and addressing the governor on the way the county is poorly run and open misappropriation of resources. So Cherargei is not meeting eye to eye with Governor Sang. And of course, some political observers have looked at it in terms like it's coming because of he wants that position in future. But I don't believe that is big because the governor is serving his second term, so he's likely not even going to vie again. But Kericho, the whole discussion is about the tea factor, the machine, the use of machines, mechanization of the tea production that has really rendered many people jobless. So I just wanted to maybe speak on Kericho, just that, because that's a whole lot topic that we just need some time. And we'll do that podcast over this coming weekend. Back to Nandi. Nandi Hills MP is currently carrying massive mobilization away from William Ruto's shadow. Remember this, Keter even won the nomination, but the oligarchs within the UDA party played games to the last minute, and the ticket was given to the runners-up, and the person rode on the UDA euphoria to win against Alfred Keter, who in the general election became actually position 2. But the overall slow operations, or rather the slow uptake of William Ruto's administration, is going to have a ripple effect even on positions like those of MP. And currently, the gentleman, let me not say the name, and he was a former aspirant there, the gentleman is telling me that he's currently harvesting disgruntled voters feeling shortchanged by the current leadership. Now, there is some 3 clips just in this month that emerged this month. Some gentleman, if you remember, saying kwamba tunaumia na tusiambiwa kwamba ni mtu wetu. There is that clip. And then there is also another person trolling the gas. There are like 3 clips. All those clips are people from the Nandi. In fact, he was telling me that the center of that rebellion, of what most analysts are seeing, are looking at William Ruto Revolt, is in Nandi. And Nandi is because for them they are brave. They are coming out to speak about it. He was even telling me that in functions like in a funeral or in an event, leaders are not shy of calling out William Ruto. They're not shy about it, of calling out the leadership that things are not good, and especially in the wake of the budget that was going on, responding to the issue of the standard of living. Deep is it that it's also bordering the clan. I don't know, but I think Nandi's and Wasingishu, there is a bit of those sub-clans, and it's telling me that now the divisions are taking that line. And it is because things are simply not happening right. It is believed that the events, the UDA was supposed to conduct grassroots mobilization. Remember this exercise of mobilization that has been going on. It was done in the Western Belt, some parts of Mombasa, in Nairobi, Kidogo, and then Northeastern. Before they even went there, there was supposed to be a UDA registration drive in Nandi that was even postponed. And it was postponed because of the looming hostility there. So there needs to be some ground smoothing. Alfred Keter, I've just checked his Twitter page, and I think he seems to have held his position. Sometimes, and I've been seeing the way he's, the kind of retweets and the tweets he's interacting with, he's endorsing, is clearly that is not going to chart his path in the shadow of William Ruto. We've seen a bit of smoothing. Isaac Ruto was given a job. The former Baringo Senator Gideon Moi was given some deal, geothermal deal. And Lonyangapur was also given parastatal jobs. And there are quite a number of MPs that also lost. Some aspirants who lost in the rift that have also been absorbed. But the Nandi Hills MP seems to have held his stand. And sometimes that is what our democracy. That is why you have a democracy. And on the other side of Mount Kenya, you see Gadonwa Mushomba is going against the grain. And many are seeing it as a political risk, but it is sometimes a political risk that can pay off. If you go there in Nandi, that also seems to be going on. In Wasingishu, I was being told about, is it Bongotich? So those three are, and they've really been out criticizing the president's budget in terms of what, I think Bongotich was taking it, Bungei, is it Bongotich? Taking the president head on in terms of what exactly is expected of him there. And so, it is not wrong. And that is why I don't believe, and I don't, my personal position is, I think Raila Odinga party should not go after those MPs that went against the finance bill. I think let the population judge. Just leave the constituents will judge. When you do a bit of vilifying and going after them, you are going to thin your circle and let them make the democratic rights. I know party position is very important, but just like you see others are creating their spaces away from the party shadows, that is something that personally I really take as something very important. So back to Nandi. Nandi is emerged as a biggest threat. And if you look at the counties of Kericho, Nandi, Wasingishu, apart from Wasingishu, Raila got more votes, by the way. That is a region that really voted for William Ruto. Raila got more votes in Wasingishu, in Kericho. Now that is a region that fully, quite a number, the Nandis really voted for William Ruto. So, and they are bordering the Luos on the other end, I think the Sondu. And that is why it is not something that can be taken lightly. The gentleman is saying the rebels are thriving because of these three reasons. Number one, the kalengination of government does not translate. The ripple effect in the community is not there. People are not feeling. And I was discussing with a friend, the reason why President favored his tribesmen, it's not even his tribesmen, it is his friends. I think we're even getting it wrong. It is people in his circle, because ni deal bana. It's around, put that strategic, when I want that money, I'm gonna get it, when I want that deal, I'm gonna get it. That's the simple reason. Many might interpret it as trying to take development back home. I don't think that is it. It is just amassing the resources within his circle. There was a list that was being released on Kenyan, KPA, Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, and quite a number that are from, but it's not about the tribe, it's about his circle. Now that circle, yes, you might brag and say that I've appointed so and so, appointed so and so. It does not directly translate to some development. There is a bit of that. Number two, there is what I want to call incumbency comfort. Devolution has failed. Nandi. The Senator Cherargei was saying that Kapsabet Hospital, there is no drugs, and health is collapsing there. Quite a number of other things are not working out. Now, the governors in President Ruto's backyard are having a lot of comfort because they know that just with the president's ticket, you just carry some few millions, the same wow, a group bought the ticket, carry some few serious millions to the UDA HQ, fund the presidential debate, the presidential campaign, and through that, you get a second term by just getting the president's endorsement. And you know, the Alfred Keter camp, they may not even sail when, maybe in 2027 if President Ruto is vying. But there is also another transition that is coming. And in that transition, some leaders may suffer the burden of incumbency. Biting economic situation in the country cannot be wished away. And if you sample those clips, I think they have really been complaining kwamba tunaumia. So it's not something that also you can wish away. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. I don't know what you think about the Nandi question. There is something that happened, and I had planned not even to say it here, but yeah, I'm just feeling convicted that, yeah, I can say it. I actually lost a foster mother, and I know I decided not to bring it to the front end, to do the back end, and I just want to take this opportunity for my back end people, supporters, and friends in this channel who have helped in a special way to support me in that. I want to say asanteni sana. You're going for that burial on 17th, that is on Saturday, so I'll travel tomorrow in the evening. And I just want to take this opportunity, use this platform to say asanteni sana. Asanteni sana. You sometimes, there are quite a number of things. We've always been doing it for others, and when it comes to you, it's very difficult to even now come and say it in public. But then I just thank God, and I don't take it for granted that someone did it good, that I also support me, because I've also been standing the gap for others. May God bless you in a very special way. And lastly, we also thank Mike Sonko. I saw the photos of Congestina, and wow, that just melted my heart. In this world, nothing is impossible. Congestina was a different story back in the game. And I happened to have seen her there. That was in 2019, if I'm not wrong. Now, if you see the photos that Mike Sonko is sharing, I think Mgalamwe Hakimpe, he has really done a good job, and may God meet us. That's my take. Let's meet in the next.